make it a better place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us.
Hi, this is Mary and Megan for Mary's Stamping Happenings with Tips and Techniques Tuesday. Today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you some tips to use the Expressions Thinlit dies. These are the word dies that say love, merry, and thankful. I've been using them for a while now, and at first I found them a little hard to get out, so I'm going to show you some points and tips on how to use them. And I'm also going to be showing you on different mediums. So the first thing we need to do is we definitely need our big shot. And the next thing we're going to need is we're going to need our magnetic platform and our plates. And then we're going to need some medium. The first thing I want to do is I want to show you how nicely they cut. So what we're going to do is we're using, first of all, we will be using the new gold foil sheets from Stampin' Up. It's in the holiday catalog. We're going to put the gold foil sheet down, and we're going to put the love on there. And I just got a 3x3 sheet of gold foil. I just want to show you how it works. And we're going to run them through. Now some of these definitely need a shim, at least on my big shot. And as you know, all big shots are different. So yours may need a shim or yours may not. But it's best to start out first and see if it does. Now the first tip I'll show you is these all have little holes in the die. You can see them right there. Well, I started by using what they suggested is the paper piercing tool, but my touch is really heavy, so I would punch a hole in it. So what I got is I got a plastic canvas needle, and I'm using that. And what you want to do is you just want to gently punch those holes. And then you can just gently take it out. And there you go. This is what the love looks like. Isn't that beautiful? Now I've had some hard times getting some of them out, especially the thankful. The thankful is long, it's kind of intricate, and I will show you on Mary what I have done. First off, we will just cut it out. The Mary, and I will need one shim on the Mary. If it's like the thankful, it won't cut all the way out on the cardstock. And we're just going to run this through the cardstock or the big shot as is, without the tip I'm going to give you in a few seconds. So we're just going to run the Mary through. It's not as big as the thankful, but it's still pretty long. And since I'm going to be doing this in a couple of classes here soon, I needed something that we could do really fast and easy. And as you see, even with the shim, it's not coming out fully. And I can work that out if I want, really easily, but it'll take a little bit, and I may just pull it apart, not on purpose, but trying to get it out. So this would take a while to get out, and it took me probably about 3 to 4 minutes to get out the thankful. And so, and see, I broke the Mary. So what I was doing is I was sitting here gently pulling them out. wondering with a friend what I could do to make those slide out easier. So I could use this in a class, because I don't think my customers would really like to have to spend all that time taking them out and then ruining some of them. So I will show you after I get this little piece that I ruined out. And all you have to do is just catch an edge and run the needle underneath it. So I'll show you. See, that was in there. So what I did was I went to my handy dandy kitchen drawer and I got some wax paper. Get the Big Shot out, and again I'm going to need a shim on this. So I've got my shim ready, and since that left a lot of, let's put this down. Let's put the cardstock down. Then we're going to put, on top of the cardstock, we're going to put the wax paper. Let's cut a little, just like that. And then we're going to lay the Mary over the wax paper. So the wax paper is between the die and the cardstock. And then we're going to run it through. And again, I don't know if I'd do this without the magnetic plate, really. It may be a pain. So I got that. So I'm going to pop this out. See how easier it was to pop out? And then all I have to do, once I find it, can't find my needle now, is just take this out. Comes out in one piece. I think with the Mary I may have to use a shim and a half there. But there is the Mary. It's out. A lot faster than it was before. And I'll tell you a little secret. I'll take that E out. Little dots out. What happens is also in there, the wax paper now sits. So it'll stay there for a few more cuts, making it just as easy. So let's cut this out. And I want the blue to show. So I'm going to put the blue up and put the Mary on the blue. Again, I've got the shim in there. And let's see, I think I'll use just another shim because we're working on designer series paper and it's a little thinner. But keep that wax paper handy because about 3 or 4 runs through and you'll need to replace the wax paper. And to take the wax paper out, just use your pin and just run it out just as you would. There we go. This is a little more delicate than the cardstock, so take your time getting it out. You may just want to take your pin and poke it down first. Don't want to rip it. There are a few places on each die where they're connected. But there we go. We have the Mary out. We'll just put that over there. There you go. Now you can also use these portions that you have cut out and use them as stencils and sponge some of the ink over them, and they make a beautiful card. This is the card we made with the thankful cut out. Isn't that pretty? But there's your Mary. And there's tips and techniques using the Expressions Thinlit dies from Stampin' Up. Thanks for visiting. Happy stamping.
Hey, if you wanna play, make it about a place. It'll take creation, imagination.